Tonight, the deadly monster storm gripping the country is moving east, having already frozen out the south, killing at least 3 in Louisiana and Texas from hypothermia. Without power, with this tree snapping in New Mexico and sparks flying from this ice-covered power line in Tennessee, and another tree taking out this home.
And stretching up to the northeast. This Delta jet buffeted by heavy winds as it landed at the airport in Rochester, New York on Friday.
If you don't want snowstorm in your house, then subscribe. As New York recovers from the historic winter storm Fern, a second major system is intensifying offshore. Models show it slammed the region with additional snow, high winds, and coastal threats this weekend. The first storm alone claimed over 100 lives nationwide, many in freezing exposure, shoveling accidents and hypothermia, with New York City reporting dozens dead or missing in the cold. 500,000 remain without power in the storm's wake, facing sub-zero wind chills. This is the raw reality of back-to-back winter fury. The storm arrived with force around January 25th, blanketing Manhattan under over a foot of snow in places, and creating whiteout conditions that brought the city to a standstill.
Now New England is in the bullseye.
This is a storm that's going to pick up really quickly.
With up to 3 inches of snowfall.
Central Park transformed overnight into a vast winter landscape, blanketed by a record-breaking 11.4 inches of snow, the heaviest accumulation ever recorded there on January 25th, burying walking paths under deep, powdery drifts that reached well above ankles in many areas, while snow-laden trees bowed heavily under the weight.
Watch your back, Patty. Watch your back.
Further out in Queens, residents dealt with even deeper accumulations in some spots, where cars vanished beneath drifts and streets became nearly impassable.
The waiting is over. Overnight, that massive winter storm starting to ramp up. This Ring camera video showing heavy snow falling in Oklahoma City amid gusty winds. Farther east in Pryor, Oklahoma, a virtual whiteout. Overnight, the monster Arctic blast surrounding parts of Texas are covered in ice, and governors of 17 states have announced emergency declarations. Part of the massive system threatening to grind life to a halt for millions of Americans who rarely see this crippling cold, with wind chills plummeting to minus 31 degrees in Chicago, and in Duluth, a staggering 51 below.
I feel like this one's going to be worse than we expect.
Cable and internet crews trying to get ahead of potential outages as governors urge people to stay home.
Our greatest concerns remain unsafe travel and power outages that could last for days.
Frigid air dropping below freezing in Texas overnight. This was the scene here in Dallas Friday. Relentless rain soaking the region, now turning to damaging ice.
Winds whipped fiercely through the towering urban canyons of Manhattan, where the dense cluster of skyscrapers channeled and amplified gusts reaching up to 35 miles per hour, with isolated reports of higher bursts, driving the already heavy snowfall into blinding horizontal sheets.
Today, parts of Georgia, Alabama, and Florida on tornado watch, while other southern states are in the unusual position of having to dig out. Candace Sweat is from our NBC Dallas station.
Oklahoma City hit with nearly 6 inches of snow since Friday. Yesterday, the city broke the daily snowfall record with 4.4 inches. State officials telling us extreme cold is the main concern over the next 2 days.
Tonight, the urgent message to everyone in the storm's path: stay home and hunker down. When was the last time you saw this much snow in Boston?
Not in years.
Aaron is joining us now from Boston. And Aaron, you are in the thick of it. It looks like it's literally snowing sideways.
Visibility plummeted to near zero at times, often dropping to a quarter mile or less in the relentless whiteout conditions created by blowing snow, turning even short walks or routine crossings into exhausting, disorienting struggles for pedestrians and drivers caught outdoors.
Last-minute shoppers filling grocery stores and emptying shelves from Oklahoma to New York.
This could last a week before you can get out of your house. You know, it could. You better stock up a little bit if you have any money.
Well, this storm just keeps marching on now, heading your way next. It could bring more than a foot of snow to some places in the Northeast and just bone-chilling temperatures that could last more than a week. You see this freezing rain coming down here now. We worry about the problems that could cause as we prepare for a brutal few days.
In Brooklyn and similar neighborhoods, the post-storm effort involved hours of shoveling. But this physical exertion unfortunately contributed to several fatal heart attacks and collapses amid the extreme cold.
Started, guys. This is going to, of course, get worse here as the days go on through the weekend. But here's what we've got right now. Notice this storm intensifying and working to the east. So folks across the south, it's spreading anywhere from Texas to the East Coast. You'll see these kind of impacts. Here's the timeline. We've got afternoon and evening snow for St. Louis. Notice Nashville. You start out with that daytime snow and transition to the ice into the evening hours. Atlanta ends up with the evening and afternoon rain. And then that ice storm really ramps up as we get into the overnight hours. Looking ahead to tomorrow, this works into parts of the mid-Atlantic. The ice and, of course, snow expands into parts of the Northeast. This leaves us with that intense snowfall to deal with through the day on Sunday. Timeline for folks in D.C. You start with the morning snow, and then by the time the afternoon rolls around, that transitions over. We're going to pick up some really incredible totals between now and then. So let's talk about some of those totals. The ice accumulation going to be one of the things that we're most concerned about, of course, for roadways and for power outages. You can see just the incredible ice accumulation amounts that
iconic areas like Midtown and Times Square fell eerily silent. The usual crowds replaced by swirling snow and dimmed lights against a relentless storm. Blizzard warnings extended across the outer boroughs, where the snow piled relentlessly, trapping vehicles and forcing pedestrians to fight for every step forward.
spots. Over an inch in some locations. You can see anywhere where it exceeds about a half an inch, that could be catastrophic, and it extends anywhere from parts of the south up into the Appalachians and the mid-Atlantic. We've got snowfall totals impressive too. Louisville topping out on the high end up to 14 inches, so over a foot of snow there. St. Louis 6 to 10 inches. Oklahoma City could potentially be something they've never seen there, with up to a foot of snow in that location. Meanwhile, New York City 8 to 12 inches is where we're going now. We could see some transition over into that freezing rain, potentially maybe some sleet here as we get on the back end of that. But I think the damage will be done as far as totals go. And Boston looking up to a foot and a half of snow here by the time we get through at least the weekend, guys. And on top of that, we've got that bitter cold that we'll talk about.
The plunging temperatures proved deadly in multiple incidents, with exposure claiming lives on streets and in parks, particularly among vulnerable residents across the city.
Just plummeted here in the last several hours. That is freezing rain and snow moving in just about 50 miles or so now to the southeast. This guy just filled up with a new load of salt and sand for the trucks, expected to start coming in now any minute. And when the snow starts to fall here, Oklahoma City could get up to a foot. That is more than this city usually sees in an entire winter.
Across the South, the race is on. Residents are scrambling to stock up and fill up before the largest storm in years buries the region under snow and ice.
Well, I noticed there were no shopping carts when I walked into the store. That kind of scared me. I've never seen that happen before.
A crippling ice storm is the big concern. 18,000 utility workers were pre-positioned in the Carolinas, while at Tennessee's State Operations Center, officials will monitor road conditions in real time. Outside Oklahoma City, The State National Guard is on standby to help stranded drivers and passengers. The city and state have less than 100 plows for more than 1,800 miles of roads in the region.
There's gonna be people who end up stuck on a ditch, maybe even on the highway itself, just nowhere to go.
Yes, sir. Many people have to go back and forth to work, and they have no other option but to make.
Towering snowbanks line the sidewalks and entrances throughout Manhattan, while ice buildup on lines and trees in surrounding areas exacerbate lingering power disruptions. While the blizzard blasts through entire cities, power outages are on the rise, affecting hundreds of thousands regionally, leaving homes without heat as pipes froze and families relied on whatever means they could to stay warm. Imagine your home buried under 10 feet of snow, like this.
The storm. What are the greatest needs you're seeing from people as they come in?
So people are coming in real cold, and thankfully the building is a warm place. People are hungry, so we're trying to get as much food as possible to them.
Farther north in Oklahoma City, people could get snow they haven't seen in years. Candace Sweat from our Dallas station is there.
The state of Oklahoma blanketed in snow today. People ventured out for tools they desperately needed. We even spoke to a man who snagged the very last shovel for his house.
How lucky did you feel?
Lucky. Even after days, recovery efforts are dragging on slowly, with the death toll continuing to rise from cold-related causes scattered across boroughs and suburbs. The relentless biting wind, combined with sub-freezing temperatures dropping into the single digits and wind chills feeling even colder, made every moment spent outside feel intensely perilous and exhausting for anyone venturing through the park. Shoveling proves particularly hazardous, contributing to medical emergencies and leading to why authorities are repeatedly urging people to take caution during cleanup.
Turning back to ice. Please stay off the roadways.
In Nashville, watch as the city bus slides off the road, narrowly missing 2 crashed cars and knocking down a utility pole. Crews in Oklahoma working diligently to de-ice roads and restore power lines.
We'll just keep going around the clock, and as the snow falls, we'll continue to plow.
In Texas, cars stuck along the Woodall-Rogers Freeway in downtown Dallas after the Dallas Mavs game let out Saturday night. The cold air over the warmer water in the Guadalupe River creating steam. Freezing rain encasing cars, roads, and sidewalks in Florence, Alabama. And that accumulating ice is where we expect power outages.
You'll start to see things such as the cross arms break, even pole tops can tumble when you get around that inch of accumulation on the line.
The biggest threat right now continues.
In various parts of the city, homeless individuals and those without adequate shelter face the harshest consequences as shelter strained under the demand. Slips, falls, and vehicle incidents are another disaster to look out for, adding airs of chaos on untreated roads throughout the metro area.
Whoa. Wow. Oh, man. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, man. Oh, man. Goodness gracious. Oh, a lot of insulation flying by. Another house.
Even landmark areas like Central Park and the Hudson River showed the storm's grip, with ice floes forming and the landscape locked in winter's hold.
Oh. Check it out. Wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh.
Plows operate around the clock, yet blackouts persisted for many, prolonging hardship in homes and communities still recovering. With the region still vulnerable, attention now turns to the second storm, a rapidly strengthening system that could bring renewed snow and winds. The combination of sustained winds, sub-freezing temperatures in the single digits, and near-blizzard intensity made movement hazardous, with many residents reporting difficulty seeing more than a few feet ahead amid the swirling powder.
Oh! Oh! Whoa! Oh! Wow! Oh my gosh! Whoa! Wow! Oh man! Whoa! Whoa, man, oh man. Goodness gracious. Whoa, 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 whoa. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to back up. Yep, back up. Whoa.
New York has shown resilience through past storms, but the sequence of events has tested the city's limits. Conserve energy where possible, check on neighbors, especially the elderly or isolated, and stay informed as these forecasts develop further. If you found this video informative, kindly hit subscribe and share so that others can watch and take caution as well. See you in the next one.